Well, what do you think of our new camp? Not much to look at yet, but as Plato says, the beginning is the most important part of the work. Though, this fort seems familiar somehow. Have I been here before? Glad you like it. From here, we'll make our noble, potentially futile final stand. Can you taste it? That thick, sickly taste. We are getting closer to the heart of corruption. Closer to the Tempest. So, you marched off hoping to win the hearts, minds, and souls of the Covenant. I don't imagine they were too open-minded, were they? Yes, I think so. Memories are starting to come back to me, little by little. I think this used to be a Soul Warden fort. I think this used to be home. Really? That is certainly a surprise. You seem to be quite a recruiter, my protege. If the Covenant will talk, perhaps these other warmongering flag wavers will too. Who's next? I'm sure I have no idea. With a name like that, they sound more like a guild of thieves. Say, are those the ones who wear black and wear the plague masks? Ah, yes. I met one once, rushing off on the way to battle. I recall saying, know the enemy and know yourself. But they hadn't even read Sun Tzu. Some scholars, these Syndicate people. Good luck.
You'll have to give me a moment. Now, where's that test flask? And then I just need the botanical sheaths to collect the fumes, and then our troubles will be over. I'm boiling bear urine. You see, my theory is that the phosphorus in the... Oh, it's better I just show you when it's done. That is, if I can get the formula right. But I don't mean to be rude. Just thought you were delivering my alembics. Let me introduce myself. My parents named me Theophrastus Bombastus. They were otherwise good parents, but you can call me Dr. Theo. I see. I suppose we must fight. It would be quite inconvenient for me to die right now. If you must kill me, could you monitor my experiment until I return? Oh, you won't attack? Then there is no problem. Yes, well, this has been a stimulating conversation, but I must get back to work. With this news of corruption spreading southward, I may need to relocate soon. I have more mind to study corruption rather than fight it. The very hosts are controlled. It's like a fungus. Besides, the Syndicate has its hands full fighting the other factions. Oh, now that is funny. I do love a good hypothetical, but right now I need bear repellent for my research team. I swear, this urine should work, but who knows? Indeed, discover the cure for bears and we'll talk.
Bear repellent? Sure, easy enough. There's an old recipe that hunters here have used for ages. Here, take it. Those Syndicate folk. If you ask me, they're so concerned with being logical they forget to be practical.
Wow, urine. Just what I needed.
Did Theo finally figure out the formula? Thanks science for that.
Ugh, this smells terrible. Ugh, the things I do for Data.
It's almost a shame. I think the bears were about to accept me. Maybe.
Oh, you're back. Do you know much about urine? I can't figure out where I've gone wrong. Not enough sulfur? Certainly smells bad enough already. And gave it to my team too. Ah, thank you. I didn't think to ask the hunters. Perhaps I underestimated the value of folk wisdom. You've done a service for science today. You and we should continue this partnership. With the bear threat eliminated, we can study the physiobotanical aspects of this region further. I have a theory, you see, about corruption and the angry earth. Well, it began when I was studying the storm wall that surrounds the island. We've always taken it for granted that the storm wall is caused by corruption. But what if it's more environmental? Well, let's not go too far without proof. But that is the reason I'm here. There is actually a phenomenon with all the same properties nearby, and I want to run some tests. I'm not exactly sure. Can't get close. It's very volatile, even more so lately. You might be able to, however. If you can discover the source of this mini storm, that could change everything. Good luck!
Have you seen any bears? Did they say anything about me?
You found it? Incredible! A storm, however small, projected by the collective consciousness of the Earth itself. Terra cogitatum. And you realize what this means about the storm wall encircling the island, yeah? Exactly. The crimson particles aren't an indication of the corruption's strength. They're proof of its failure. The angry Earth is preventing the corruption from escaping Eternum. Do you realize the complete implications of this? That storm wall has been there for millennia. The angry Earth must sense that the corruption represents a danger abroad as well. Oh, that again. Just when we've made this discovery, this might even explain the blight. I suppose you did make this possible, however. Fine. How do you propose we unite the factions? That seems entirely reasonable. An armistice would certainly aid in the cause of science. All right. I'll need to speak with some other alchemists, but I give you my word, at least one of us will attend. Yes, it could be a good thing. Do send a message when you know the time and place. Now, what to do with all this bear urine? Has to be useful for something. A bomb, maybe.
Welcome home. I've been busy recruiting new wardens. Our little family is growing by the day. I don't suppose you had any luck with the plague people, did you? Bright skies and blasted mines, you astound me. Perhaps this little scheme could work out. It needs to yield results quickly. The Tempest's strength is growing. The corrupted are still coming south in huge numbers. I should send some wardens to Great Cleave, establish a defensive line. Meanwhile, there's your faction, Parley. I'm still a bit skeptical about these marauders. Yes, and the most aggressive from what I've been told. No hierarchy to organize them. Getting warriors like that to come to the table will be difficult. Well, I have a thought. Perhaps another one of my mad flight of fancy. One of the new recruits mentioned a secret fighting circle within the Marauders, a competition of sorts. The Marauders respect individual strength, so... Just what I was thinking. I say give it a shot. As Sophocles said, fortune is not on the side of the faint-hearted. Word is, those combatants all gather in Cutlass Keys. So, go show them why they should listen.